Despite its captivating premise centered on Project Tick-Tock, a secret government effort to create a time machine, the show struggled with several behind-the-scenes challenges that led to its cancellation after just one season. Budget constraints played a significant role, as the ambitious special effects and elaborate sets demanded more funding than the network was willing to provide. Additionally, the series faced stiff competition from other popular programs airing at the same time, which hurt its ratings. Creative differences between the producers and the network executives also contributed to tensions, making it difficult to maintain a consistent vision for the show. These combined factors ultimately outweighed the loyal fan base's enthusiasm, resulting in the premature end of a series that had the potential to explore time travel in ways that were groundbreaking for its era.
To develop a radiation bath. Mine, of course, was completely developed, completely perfect.
James Darren and Robert Colbert play the roles of Dr. Anthony Newman and Dr. Douglas Phillips, two scientists who find themselves traveling through time to witness and sometimes influence major moments in history. Their adventures take them to dramatic and well-known events such as the tragic sinking of the Titanic, where they experience firsthand the chaos and heroism aboard the doomed ship. They also visit the intense and pivotal Battle of the Alamo, standing amidst the fierce conflict that shaped Texas history. Throughout the series, Doug and Tony encounter various other historical episodes, often facing challenges as they try to navigate the dangers of the past while seeking a way back to their own time. Their journeys blend science fiction with real history, offering viewers a glimpse into significant events through the eyes of these two time travelers. The show captures the excitement and tension of these moments, as well as the friendship and determination of the main characters as they confront the unknown.
Yes! Your food, your clothes, yours! I want mine.
In a vast underground complex located in Arizona, Project Tick-Tock unfolds, reaching an astonishing depth of 800 floors. This immense facility is home to over 12,000 dedicated personnel, all working tirelessly on groundbreaking research and experiments. Among the key figures in this ambitious project are Dr. Raymond Swain, an expert in electronics, and Dr. Anne McGregor, who specializes in electrobiology. Their expertise is crucial as they navigate the complexities of time travel, a concept that has fascinated humanity for generations. The underground setting provides a unique environment, isolated from the outside world, allowing the team to focus on their work without distractions. The sheer scale of the project reflects the seriousness with which the government approaches the idea of time travel. As Dr. Swain and Dr. McGregor collaborate, they face numerous challenges, both technical and ethical, in their quest to unlock the mysteries of time. The atmosphere is charged with excitement and tension, as each experiment could lead to groundbreaking discoveries or unforeseen consequences. The stakes are high, and the team must work together to ensure the success of Project Tick-Tock, pushing the boundaries of science and human understanding.
Ray, can you send the surge? I'm authorizing it.
Set in the year 1968, but broadcast from 1966 to 1967, the series unfolds 2 years into the future from its original airing. The storyline centers around a secret government project designed to explore time travel. Senator Leroy Clark, a powerful figure overseeing the project, demands a successful demonstration of time travel to justify continued funding. The pressure mounts as the team struggles to meet his expectations. Defying orders, Tony, one of the lead scientists, impulsively sends himself through time, followed shortly by his colleague Doug. Their unauthorized journey results in them becoming lost in various periods of history, unable to return to their original time. This creates the main conflict of the series, as the characters face the dangers and challenges of different eras while the government anxiously awaits proof of the project's success. The tension between the urgency for results and the unpredictable nature of time travel drives the narrative forward, making the series a compelling exploration of adventure and consequence.
We have studied the Earth from a distance and know its vulnerable points.
Beginning with Episode 2 and continuing through Episode 23, each installment opens with a narration that sets the stage by describing the scientists as lost travelers navigating a complex maze of past and future eras. This narrative device helps viewers understand the ongoing challenge the characters face as they move through different points in time. The production cleverly made use of existing resources by incorporating sets, stock footage, and props borrowed from 20th Century Fox's various period dramas, which added authenticity and depth to the historical settings without the need for building everything from scratch. Initially, a large and impressive control room set was constructed for the pilot episode, featuring a long, visually striking time tunnel that served as the centerpiece of the show's concept. However, for subsequent episodes, this grand set was relocated to a smaller soundstage, likely to accommodate budget and space constraints while still maintaining the essential look and feel of the time travel environment. This combination of narration, resourceful use of existing materials, and thoughtful set design contributed to the unique atmosphere of the series, immersing the audience in the thrilling and unpredictable journey through time.
Third, according to the ordinance of Charles I and the statute of 1689, this court is convened.
Irwin Allen's productions, including The Time Tunnel, were known for their exciting storytelling, but often included historical and factual mistakes. For example, one notable error was misnaming the captain of the Titanic, which could confuse viewers familiar with history. Despite such inaccuracies, the show captured attention by ending each episode with a teaser for the next, designed to keep the audience eager for more. Interestingly, these teasers sometimes did not match the upcoming episode's content, creating a sense of mystery or surprise. This approach added to the show's charm, even if it occasionally led to confusion. The blend of thrilling time travel adventures with these quirks made the series memorable, though it required viewers to take some details with a grain of salt. The way the show balanced entertainment with historical settings, despite the errors, showed a unique style that was typical of Allen's work. This mix of fact and fiction kept audiences engaged while leaving room for imagination and speculation about what might happen next.
Gonna make it. We got word that he was killed. I want you to follow this trail while it's still...
Episodes of The Time Tunnel frequently followed a similar pattern where Doug and Tony were captured by people from the past, held for a time, then managed to escape only to be caught again later. This repetitive plot structure created a sense of ongoing tension and urgency as the characters struggled to return to their own time. The show's filming took place mostly in Southern California, which provided a consistent dry and arid backdrop that suited many of the historical settings depicted. This choice of location helped maintain visual continuity throughout the series, despite the wide range of time periods visited. Interestingly, many history teachers found the show useful as a tool to engage students with history. By dramatizing famous events and figures, the series sparked curiosity and made learning about the past more exciting and accessible. The combination of adventure, suspense, and educational content made The Time Tunnel a memorable part of 1960s television.
Well, now that you mention it, I got Billy's clothes on, but...
John Williams, who was known as Johnny Williams at the time, composed the memorable theme song for the 1966 TV series. This theme added a distinctive and captivating sound that helped set the tone for the show's adventurous and mysterious atmosphere. The series was notable not only for its music, but also for its production scale. It was the most expensive television show produced during that period, requiring 2 massive sound stages to bring its ambitious time travel stories to life. Despite earning good ratings and receiving praise from critics for its creativity and storytelling, the show's high production costs ultimately led to its cancellation. The financial demands outweighed the benefits, causing the network to end the series, even though it had found an appreciative audience.
It'll do you no good to struggle.
Despite its success, The Time Tunnel faced an unexpected challenge when an executive decided to replace it with The Legend of Custer. The Time Tunnel aired on Friday nights, a slot known for being difficult to attract young viewers, which may have influenced the decision. However, the replacement show, The Legend of Custer, failed to gain traction and lasted only 17 episodes before it was canceled. This change highlights how network decisions sometimes prioritize new concepts over established hits, even when the new show struggles to find an audience. The shift from a popular science fiction series to a Western-themed program marked a significant change in programming strategy that ultimately did not pay off. Irwin Allen was a major figure in television during the 1960s, known for creating several popular series, including Lost in Space and Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. His work on The Time Tunnel further showcased his talent for blending science fiction with adventure. The show featured two scientists, Doug and Tony, who traveled through time, experiencing historical events firsthand. Had the series been renewed for a second season, Allen planned to shift the focus toward the duo actively correcting historical mistakes. This concept anticipated later shows like Quantum Leap, where characters intervened in the past to change outcomes for the better. Allen's vision for the time tunnel reflected his ongoing interest in exploring time travel as a way to engage audiences with history and human drama, continuing the themes he explored in his other successful projects. His ability to combine imaginative storytelling with scientific ideas made his work stand out in the television landscape of the era. Despite its brief original run, the Time Tunnel has garnered an unwavering cult following that continues to captivate fans decades later. Viewers remain drawn to its imaginative concept and adventure storytelling, which transported audiences through historical events with a unique blend of science fiction and drama. The show's ability to evoke a sense of wonder and curiosity about time travel created a loyal fan base that cherishes its episodes as timeless classics. Over the years, enthusiasts have celebrated the series through conventions, fan clubs, and online forums, keeping its spirit alive and introducing it to new generations. This enduring admiration speaks to the show's lasting impact and the deep connection it forged with those who appreciated its visionary approach.
We're right in the middle of one of the biggest bloodbaths in history.
The 1966 television series The Time Tunnel stands as a distinctive piece of science fiction history, one that continues to evoke a range of responses due to its unique blend of imaginative storytelling, period charm, and production choices. While it may not have garnered critical acclaim comparable to more sophisticated or modern sci-fi offerings, it has undeniably carved out a niche for itself as a source of enduring entertainment and nostalgic appeal. At its core, The Time Tunnel embodies the creative spirit of producer Irwin Allen, whose work often prioritized fun and spectacle over scientific rigor or narrative complexity. This approach is evident in the series pilot, and episodes such as the one set on the moon, where the time traveler's adventures are marked by a certain playful energy. The show's depiction of time travel, punctuated by dramatic explosions and kaleidoscopic visual effects, remains one of its most memorable features. These effects, while dated by today's standards, carry a mysterious yet familiar quality that many fans still appreciate, highlighting the imaginative efforts of the set designers and matte painters who crafted the Tik-Tok complex's visual environment. The series also showcases a distinctive aesthetic, from the mod-style opening credits to the recurring motifs like the yellow hourglass logo. These elements contribute to a strong sense of identity and period flavor. The inclusion of ruggedly handsome protagonists and characters resembling young rock stars adds to the show's appeal, as does the consistent presence of familiar character actors like Whit Bissell, whose involvement became synonymous with the genre. During that era, however, the show's charm is balanced by some of its more conspicuous shortcomings. The security guards, for instance, are portrayed in a manner that some might find amusingly underwhelming, with their leader's lack of physical fitness and the apparent ineffectiveness of their machine gun fire against the indestructible time tunnel. Such details underscore the sometimes campy tone of the series, which can feel dated or simplistic compared to contemporary sci-fi narratives. Moreover, the show's handling of historical settings often leans on the convenience of perfect timing and flawless appearances. The travelers invariably arrive at the exact moment needed for the plot, their clothes remaining pristine and hair impeccably styled, a choice that prioritizes visual neatness over realism. This approach may detract from the immersion for viewers seeking more grounded or nuanced portrayals of history. Despite these critiques, The Time Tunnel holds a special place in the hearts of many fans who value it for its imaginative scope and the sheer joy it brings. The blend of adventure, mystery, and the speculative allure of time travel, combined with the series' distinctive style and memorable casting, creates a viewing experience that is both entertaining and evocative of a particular moment in television history. While newer series may offer smarter stories and advanced special effects, the original Time Tunnel retains a unique charm and cultural significance that continues to resonate. In summary, The Time Tunnel is a series that thrives on its strengths of imaginative storytelling, visual flair, and nostalgic appeal, even as it invites criticism for its occasional lack of realism and narrative depth. It remains a beloved artifact of 1960s science fiction television, celebrated for its creativity and the enduring fun it delivers to audiences willing to embrace its quirks.
He knows Lincoln's here.
Oh, you two know each other.
Get everyone away from here. That bomb could go off at any time.
As we conclude our thrilling journey through the time tunnel, we invite you to delve deeper into the lives of its remarkable cast. What lies beyond the flashy sci-fi adventure and dazzling time travel? Mystery and intrigue await as we uncover what happened to the talented actors after the curtain fell on the series. From unexpected career turns to personal triumphs and tribulations, the stories of these stars go far beyond their screen personas. Discover how they faced the challenges of Hollywood, the challenges of life, and the choices that shaped their futures. Who found fame in other surprising roles, and who stepped away from the limelight entirely. You'll hear exclusive insights, revealing anecdotes, and their reflections on the legacy of the show that captured hearts. This bonus segment promises to take you behind the scenes into their world. Stay tuned, for the adventure continues, this time on a journey through time since the time tunnel.
This is our house. Where's Doug? The man who was with me.
Here, this will clear your head.
Michael Pate's portrayal of Captain Hotchkiss in the 1966 series, The Time Tunnel, was marked by a quiet intensity that added a layer of gravitas to the show's adventurous tone. His character, often the voice of experience and caution, stood out amidst the chaos of time travel. Beyond this role, Pat's career spanned decades with notable work in Australian and American cinema, often cast as complex, sometimes morally ambiguous characters. His life, however, was not without shadows. Pate faced the challenge of typecasting and struggled with the transition from film to television, which limited his visibility in later years. Personal hardships included a period of isolation following the death of his wife, a loss that deeply affected him and was rarely discussed publicly. Rumors swirled about financial difficulties and strained relationships within the industry, but Pate remained a private figure, retreating from the spotlight. The last known information places him living quietly in Australia until his death in 2008, leaving behind a legacy marked by nuanced performances and a mysterious aura that still intrigues fans.
You called me Sahib. It must be India.
Afghanistan. India is where you were captured.
James T. Callahan portrayed Navy Ensign Beard in the 1966 series The Time Tunnel, a role that placed him amid the show's tense and mysterious atmosphere. Ensign Beard was a figure of quiet strength, embodying the disciplined yet vulnerable nature of a young naval officer caught in extraordinary circumstances. After the series ended, Callahan's career took a winding path. He appeared in various television shows and films, often cast in supporting roles that highlighted his steady presence, but never quite propelled him to stardom. His personal life, however, was marked by shadows. Reports surfaced of struggles with alcoholism and financial difficulties, which he battled quietly away from the public eye. There were whispers of a brief troubled marriage that ended in separation, adding to the aura of hardship surrounding him. Despite these challenges, Callahan maintained a low profile, rarely giving interviews or public statements. The last known information places him living a reclusive life in a small town, far from the Hollywood spotlight. No recent updates have emerged, leaving his current status largely unknown, wrapped in the same mystery that once defined his on-screen persona.
John met the Barons at Runnymede. I wonder if that's where they could be gathered now.
We could try to find them.
John Saxon's portrayal of Marco Polo in the 1966 TV series The Time Tunnel marked a rare leading role in a career often defined by strong supporting parts. His Marco Polo was a figure caught between worlds, embodying curiosity and resilience as he navigated the series' time-bending adventures. This role showcased Saxon's ability to bring depth to characters who might have otherwise been overshadowed by the show's sci-fi spectacle. After The Time Tunnel, Saxon's career veered into a diverse array of genres, from spaghetti westerns to horror films, often cast as the tough, no-nonsense figure with a hidden complexity. Despite professional success, his life was not without shadows. Saxon faced the challenge of typecasting, which limited his opportunities in Hollywood's shifting landscape. He also endured personal hardships, including the pressures of maintaining a career as an Italian-American actor in a predominantly Anglo industry, which often pigeonholed him into stereotypical roles. There were whispers of strained relationships and the loneliness that frequently accompanies long-term work in show business, though Saxon remained largely private about these struggles. In later years, he embraced teaching acting, passing on his craft to a new generation, a quieter chapter contrasting with his earlier public life. The last known information places him away from the spotlight, living a life removed from the Hollywood glare, with few public appearances or statements. His legacy remains tied to the enigmatic characters he portrayed, including that memorable turn as Marco Polo, a testament to his enduring presence in television history.
Program to give our computers something to work on. And in that way, we could tell whether the landing is possible or not.
John Crawford's portrayal of Henderson in the 1966 TV series The Time Tunnel marked a brief, but memorable chapter in his acting career. His character, a steady and pragmatic presence amidst the chaos of time travel, was noted for a calm authority that grounded the show's more fantastical elements. After The Time Tunnel, Crawford's career took a turn toward a variety of supporting roles in both film and television, often cast as a figure of authority or experience. Despite steady work, his personal life revealed shadows less visible on screen. He faced struggles with addiction that intermittently affected his career trajectory, leading to periods of withdrawal from the spotlight. Rumors of financial troubles and strained relationships surfaced, painting a picture of a man grappling with inner demons behind his composed public persona. In the later years, Crawford retreated from acting, living a quiet life away from public view. The last known information suggests he lived in relative solitude, with few public appearances or interviews, leaving much of his later life shrouded in mystery. His story remains a reminder of the fragile line between public success and private hardship.
An ancestor of mine sending Tony and Doug to their deaths.
The man is not
Paul Fix portrayed Henderson, the mining supervisor in the 1966 TV series The Time Tunnel, delivering a grounded and authoritative presence that anchored the show's adventurous narrative. His role was marked by a stern, no-nonsense attitude fitting the tough, hazardous world of mining operations, bringing a sense of realism to the character amid the show's sci-fi elements. After the series ended, Fix's career continued with numerous supporting roles in film and television, often cast as rugged, complex figures. Beyond his acting, Fix's life was shadowed by personal struggles, including financial difficulties and bouts of ill health that affected his later years. Despite a prolific career, he faced challenges adapting to changing industry trends and was occasionally overshadowed by younger actors. Notably, Fix's private life remained largely out of the public eye, with no widely reported scandals, yet his later years were marked by a quiet withdrawal from the spotlight. The last known details indicate he lived modestly, with few public appearances before his death. His legacy endures through his memorable screen presence and the depth he brought to roles like Henderson.
They're trapped, Brandon. There's guards everywhere. It's your job to protect me. Remember my importance to the organization.
Michael Rennie's portrayal of Captain Malcolm Smith in the 1966 series The Time Tunnel marked a key moment in his career, showcasing his ability to embody a composed, authoritative figure caught in extraordinary circumstances. Rennie brought a quiet intensity to the role, emphasizing the character's resilience amid the unknown. After the show ended, Rennie's career faced a decline, with fewer prominent roles as the industry shifted. His personal life was shadowed by struggles, including a long battle with alcoholism, which affected both his health and professional opportunities. Despite these hardships, Rennie remained respected for his earlier work. His private life was often guarded, but rumors of strained relationships and loneliness surfaced in later years. Rennie passed away in 1971, leaving behind a legacy tinged with both achievement and tragedy. His final years were marked by relative obscurity, with little public information available beyond his death.
Story, all right, but you know, it just could be true. A few years ago, a friend of mine, we went to medical school together.
James Darren's portrayal of Dr. Tony Newman in the 1966 series The Time Tunnel was marked by a compelling blend of intelligence and vulnerability, embodying a scientist trapped in a relentless struggle against time itself. His character's calm determination masked an undercurrent of isolation and existential dread, which Darren conveyed with a subtle intensity that anchored the show's sci-fi premise in human emotion. After the series ended, Darren's career took a varied path. He shifted from acting into music, achieving success as a pop singer in the late 1960s with hits like Goodbye Cruel World. However, his life was not without turmoil. He faced the challenge of typecasting, which limited his acting opportunities and forced him to reinvent himself multiple times. Personal hardships included a public divorce and periods of financial instability, which contrasted sharply with his earlier Hollywood glamour. Darren also battled the fading spotlight, a common plight for actors of his era, yet he remained active behind the scenes, directing and producing. His later years saw a quieter existence, with occasional appearances and interviews reflecting on his past roles. The last known updates suggest he continues to live away from the public eye, maintaining a low profile while preserving the legacy of his early work.
Take your hands off!
Perry Lopez took on the role of Dr. Charles Whitebird in the 1966 TV series The Time Tunnel, portraying a character marked by intellect and a quiet intensity. His performance brought depth to the scientist caught in the unpredictable currents of time travel, lending a grounded presence amid the show's fantastical elements. After The Time Tunnel, Lopez's career continued with a mix of film and television roles, often cast in parts that highlighted his brooding demeanor and complex characters. However, his life was not without turmoil. He faced personal hardships, including struggles with typecasting and limited opportunities in Hollywood, which often left him navigating an uncertain path. There were whispers of conflicts on set and tensions with producers, though these incidents never fully surfaced in public records. Despite these challenges, Lopez maintained a steady presence in the industry, appearing in notable films such as Chinatown, where his performance was critically acknowledged. His later years were quieter, with fewer roles and little public exposure. The last known information about Perry Lopez suggests he lived away from the spotlight, with no major public appearances or interviews in recent decades. His legacy remains tied to the enigmatic characters he portrayed, leaving a shadowy but enduring mark on classic television and film.
Help him!
John Hoyt's portrayal of Dr. Steinholtz in the 1966 series The Time Tunnel marked a distinctive moment in his extensive acting career. As the enigmatic scientist, Hoyt brought a gravitas and subtle menace that underscored the show's tension without overshadowing its core narrative. This role, though not the most famous in his portfolio, demonstrated his ability to embody complex characters with a quiet intensity. After The Time Tunnel, Hoyt continued to work steadily in film and television, often cast as authoritative or mysterious figures. His career spanned genres, but his personal life was shadowed by struggles that rarely made headlines. In the late 1970s, he faced health challenges that slowed his work, and rumors of financial difficulties circulated, though he remained professionally active. Despite a relatively low public profile, Hoyt's dedication to his craft never waned, and he avoided scandal, maintaining a private life away from the spotlight. The last known information places him living quietly, with no public appearances or interviews in his final years, leaving a legacy wrapped in the quiet mystery of a character actor who never sought fame but earned respect.
I've seen his betrayal coming for a long time. His humiliation.
Ross Elliott's portrayal of Dr. Brandon in the 1966 series The Time Tunnel was marked by a quiet intensity that contrasted with the show's adventurous spirit. His character brought a cerebral edge, often grounding the fantastical elements with a sense of scientific realism and moral complexity. After the series ended, Elliott's career shifted toward a mix of television guest roles and steady work in theater, though he never again reached the same level of visibility. Behind the scenes, his life was shadowed by struggles with alcoholism, which affected both his personal relationships and professional reliability. Reports from the 1970s and 1980s suggest he faced financial difficulties, exacerbated by a lack of consistent work, and health problems linked to his drinking. Despite these challenges, Elliott maintained a reputation among colleagues as a committed actor with a deep passion for his craft. His later years were marked by relative obscurity, with few public appearances or interviews. The last known information places him living quietly away from the spotlight, with no major projects or public engagements. His legacy remains tied to his role in The Time Tunnel, a brief but memorable chapter in a life touched by both talent and hardship.
Mr. Phillips!
Tim!
In the 1966 TV series The Time Tunnel, Robert Duvall took on the role of Raoul Nyman, a character marked by quiet intensity and a subtle, brooding presence that hinted at hidden depths. This part, though not the most prominent in Duvall's early career, foreshadowed the complex characters he would embody later. After The Time Tunnel, Duvall's path was far from smooth. He struggled with typecasting and the pressures of Hollywood, often retreating into a private life shadowed by personal challenges. His marriage ended in divorce, and he faced periods of professional uncertainty. Despite these hardships, he broke through with iconic roles in films like The Godfather and Apocalypse Now, where his performances revealed a dark, enigmatic quality that mirrored his off-screen struggles. Duvall's life remained guarded, with few scandals, but a persistent aura of mystery around his private world. In recent years, he has kept a low profile, focusing on selective projects and personal interests, leaving fans to wonder about the man behind the intense gaze. No major updates have surfaced, preserving his enigmatic legacy.
Question of my orders. Get off.
I'm indebted to you, Singer.
Oh, I didn't do this a favor.
Lyle Betcher's portrayal of Major Hoffman in the 1966 series The Time Tunnel was marked by a cold, rigid authority that added a tense layer to the show's dynamic. His character was a figure of military discipline and suspicion, often clashing with the main protagonist, embodying the era's distrust and paranoia. Betcher's performance was a sharp contrast to his earlier roles, showcasing his ability to delve into darker, more complex characters. After The Time Tunnel, Betcher's career slowed, with fewer notable screen appearances, reflecting the shifting tides of Hollywood and the challenges aging actors faced in maintaining relevance. Beyond his career, Betcher's life was touched by personal hardships, including struggles with the changing entertainment industry and limited public exposure, which kept much of his private life shrouded in mystery. There are no widely reported scandals, but his retreat from the spotlight suggests a man who preferred privacy over public spectacle. Betcher passed away in 2003, leaving behind a legacy of memorable, often villainous roles. The last known details of his life remain sparse, with no significant public appearances or interviews in his later years, adding a quiet, enigmatic close to his story.
Whose ghost actually took possession of the German?
General, whatever the force is, it's making us powerless to help.
Michael Ansara's portrayal of Colonel Hruda in the 1966 series The Time Tunnel stands out as a commanding presence marked by a cold, calculating demeanor. His role as the antagonist brought a sharp edge to the narrative, embodying a ruthless military figure whose ambitions clashed with the protagonist's mission. Ansara's intense gaze and measured delivery made Hruda a memorable character despite limited screen time, showcasing his ability to imbue even brief roles with depth and menace. After The Time Tunnel, Ansara's career continued with a focus on complex characters, often in science fiction and Western genres. He gained recognition for his recurring role as Kang in Star Trek, which further cemented his status as a versatile actor capable of portraying enigmatic villains. Beyond acting, his personal life was marked by significant challenges, including a turbulent marriage to actress Barbara Eden, which ended amid rumors of infidelity and emotional strain. Ansara also faced health struggles later in life, battling the effects of a stroke that limited his public appearances. Despite these hardships, Ansara remained respected in the industry for his professionalism and dedication. His later years were quieter, with fewer roles, but a lasting legacy through his distinctive voice and presence. The last known updates indicate he lived away from the spotlight, maintaining privacy about his personal affairs until his passing. His contributions to television and film endure, encapsulating a career shaped by resilience and a haunting intensity.
Tastes like snake root. Is there anything there you can use? Well, this is an alkaloid tranquilizer.
Nehemiah Persoff's portrayal of Professor Anton Baraki in the 1966 TV series The Time Tunnel stands out for its quiet intensity and intellectual depth. Baraki, a scientist entangled in the complexities of time travel, was brought to life by Persoff's commanding presence and subtle emotional range. This role, though limited in screen time, showcased Persoff's ability to embody characters with a mysterious edge, hinting at a troubled past beneath the calm exterior. After the series, Persoff's career expanded into a variety of film and television roles, often portraying wise, sometimes menacing figures. His versatility allowed him to navigate between genres, but his life off-screen was marked by a stark contrast. Persoff faced personal hardships, including struggles with health, and the pressures of Hollywood's demanding environment. He was known to keep his private life guarded, which fueled rumors and speculation about his relationships and personal challenges. Despite this, he remained respected for his craft and dedication. In later years, Persoff turned to painting, revealing a quieter, more reflective side of his creativity. The last known information indicates he lived a reclusive life, focusing on art rather than acting, with few public appearances. His legacy is one of complexity, marked by a career that balanced between the shadows of mystery and the spotlight of performance. Carroll O'Connor portrayed Colonel Phil Southall in the 1966 TV series The Time Tunnel, embodying a commanding and resolute military figure caught in the chaos of time travel. His portrayal was marked by a stern, authoritative presence that anchored the show's tension and drama. After The Time Tunnel, O'Connor's career took a defining turn with his iconic role as Archie Bunker in All in the Family, a character that revealed his range and ability to tackle complex social issues through sharp, often uncomfortable humor. Despite his professional success, O'Connor's life was shadowed by personal struggles, including battles with alcoholism and the strain of multiple marriages. He faced public scrutiny and personal hardship, which he confronted with a quiet resilience. Later in life, he became an advocate for alcoholism awareness, turning his challenges into a platform for helping others. Carroll O'Connor passed away in 2001, leaving behind a legacy marked by both artistic achievement and personal complexity, with his life story reflecting the darker, more human side of fame.
My brother afraid to kill?
Brothers.
John Doucette's portrayal of Ulysses in the 1966 series The Time Tunnel marked a significant moment in his career, showcasing his ability to embody complex, commanding figures with a quiet intensity. His Ulysses was not just a character, but a presence, lending weight and gravitas to the series' narrative. After the show ended, Doucette continued to work steadily in film and television, often cast as tough, authoritative men, a type he inhabited with ease. However, his life was not without shadows. Reports suggest he struggled with the pressures of typecasting and the instability of acting work, which took a toll on his personal life. There were whispers of strained relationships and bouts of isolation, though nothing scandalous made headlines. Despite these challenges, Doucette remained a respected figure among peers for his professionalism and depth. His later years saw fewer roles, and he retreated from the spotlight, choosing privacy over publicity. The last known accounts of Doucette describe a man who valued solitude and reflection, living quietly away from the industry's glare. His legacy, especially through roles like Ulysses, endures as a testament to his craft.
Take everything down to the car. Careful with that radio.
Lee Meriwether's portrayal of Dr. Anne McGregor in the 1966 series The Time Tunnel presented her as a calm, intelligent figure amid the chaos of temporal displacements. Her role was marked by a grounded professionalism that contrasted with the show's sci-fi elements, giving a human face to the scientific endeavors depicted. After the series ended, Meriwether's career expanded into film and television with notable roles such as Catwoman in the 1966 Batman movie, and appearances in popular shows like Barnaby Jones and The Munsters Today. Her life, however, was not without shadows. She faced the challenge of typecasting, which limited her opportunities in Hollywood, and endured the pressures of maintaining a public image in a competitive industry. Personal hardships included a highly publicized divorce, and struggles with maintaining privacy in an era less forgiving of celebrity vulnerabilities. Despite these trials, she maintained a steady presence in the entertainment world, later turning to voice acting and occasional guest spots. The last known updates place her living quietly, away from the limelight, with no recent public appearances or projects, leaving her current life largely private and shrouded in mystery. The Time Tunnel remains a unique piece of television history, capturing the imagination of viewers with its daring concept of time travel and the adventures of Doug and Tony. The series only lasted one season, partly due to budget challenges and the complex special effects needed to bring its stories to life. Both James Darren and Robert Colbert faced the ups and downs of acting careers after the show, with Darren finding success in music and film, while Colbert continued to work steadily in television. The show's blend of science fiction and historical drama left a lasting impression on fans who grew up watching it in the 1960s. Did you catch The Time Tunnel during your childhood? What moments from the series stuck with you, and how did it shape your view of adventure and history? Share your memories and stories in the comments below. We'd love to hear how this classic show touched your life.
Through the mob. I don't figure they'd stand around and ask questions, do you?